Hi dears, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the topic change of a state. This topic we already discussed in previous class. Okay, what is change of a state? Change of a state means that when a substance is heated, the substance is converted or changed into from one state to another state. That is called change of a state. I repeat, when we heat a substance, the substance change its state from one state to another state. They are called change of a state. Example, solid heated, this solid convert into liquid. When we heat this liquid again, that converted into gas. We know that ice is a solid. When we heat ice, the ice converted into a water. Then we heat water, the water again converted into vapor. This process is called change of a state. That means that when substance change into another state when we heat, when we apply heat, states changes. That is called change of a state. The difference in the temperature causes the change of a state. Difference in temperature causes the change of a state. All states we apply heat, that energy and movement of the particle will increases. What happened? Energy of the particle and movement of the particle will be increased. That is the reason for changing of a states. Okay. Next topic we discuss sublimation. Any idea? What is sublimation? Sublimation means that some substance when we heat, it is directly converted into a gas without forming liquid. That means a solid substance heat, that is directly converted into gas in the form of gas without forming a liquid, without form liquid during this process. That is called sublimation. This process is called sublimation. That means when we heat a solid substance, this is directly converted into a gas. When we heat solid substance, it is directly converted into or changed into gases form without forming a liquid. This process is called sublimation. Example, naphthalene. Naphthalene and iodine crystal. Naphthalene, iodine crystal are undergo sublimation. These are the example of the solid substance that undergo sublimation. Okay, we discussed about change of a state. What is sublimation? All of you understood this portion? Okay. Next, we discussed about diffusion. What do you mean by diffusion? What is the speciality of the iodine crystal? Tell me, what is the speciality? The iodine crystal when heat the iodine crystal, it is directly changed into a gases. This is the speciality of the iodine crystal. For discussing this topic, I introduce an experiment for you. That is, material used for this experiment is watch glass, iodine crystal, and 2 gas jar. Materials: watch glass and iodine crystal and iodine crystal and 2 gas jar. These are used for doing this experiment. First of all, we take some iodine crystal in a watch glass and heat the iodine crystal. Heat a few of iodine crystal on the watch glass. Then collect the vapor in a gas jar. Collect the vapor into a gas jar and keep another gas jar. That means we collect a iodine vapor in a gas jar and keep another gas jar on the top of it in inverted position. Keep another gas jar on the top of this gas jar in inverted position. What will be the observation? You have any guess? Yes. In fading the color of iodine in the below gas jar. Fading the color of iodine vapor in the lowest gas jar, and the upper gas jar, the color will be more brightened. The vapor of iodine color will be more brightened. Why this? What is the reason? This because iodine is a solid substance. When we heat this iodine, this converted into or changes its states. That is, this form a gas. And the gaseous molecules, particles have more freedom of movement. So that move from one jar to another jar. So the color in lowest gas jar, the color of the iodine is very fade. Okay. But in from the lowest gas jar to upper gas jar, the iodine particles are moved. That's why the color change the color of the iodine in the lowest gas jar. Okay, that means gaseous molecule have more freedom of movement because the attraction between the gaseous particles are very low. Okay, understand? So from this experiment, we define what is diffusion. Diffusion means a spontaneous mixing of a different particle having freedom of movement. What is diffusion? Diffusion means a spontaneous mixing of a different particle having freedom of movement. Next, all of you understood this portion? Okay. Next, we discuss about one question. The question is, why do the smell spread quickly when we light a incense stick. We know that the smell of the incense sticks are very nice. Okay, so when we light a incense stick, the smell spread very quickly. Why? Because when we light the incense stick converted into a gaseous form. So the freedom of the movement of the gaseous molecules are high, so they mix with air. So we can feel the smell of incense stick. Okay, understand? Okay. So today we discuss about what is change of a state, what is sublimation and diffusion. Change of a state means that a substance change its states when heat. Change into another states when it heat. When we apply heat, a substance change one state to another states. That is called change of a state. Example, ice. Ice, when we apply heat into ice change into a liquid from water. Water is a liquid. So, change the state. That is the change of a state. Next, we discuss about sublimation. What is sublimation? When we apply a heat into a solid substance, the substance directly change into a gaseous form without forming liquid. That is called sublimation. Next, we discuss about diffusion. What do you mean by diffusion? Spontaneous mixing of a different particle having freedom of movement. That is spontaneous mixing of a particles having freedom of movement are called diffusion. Okay, all of you understood this portion. That's all today. Thank you.